Hey guys, what's up? I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt because I love Pokemon. It's my favorite thing, and today is gonna be a Pokemon video. I actually did plan this, though. Though I would love to say I didn't. I actually did plan it, so yeah. Basically, I have a script. Here's the paper. But today, I'm gonna give you my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Now, I haven't done a lot of scripted videos this way. I don't think I've ever actually done a scripted video like this, so this is really new for me and it feels really awkward, but I'm gonna try and do it because my game capture software is giving me shit. It is fucking with me basically because I need to update my computer, but I don't want to because then it won't work with that computer. It's not compatible, but I have to buy it new to make it compatible. I have to upgrade, and I don't feel like upgrading. So until I get a desktop that'll work a little better with something like Fraps, or something that works a little better with, a lot more memory and a lot more hard drive space, and I have an external hard drive, I'm not really going to be doing a lot of gameplay. There might be short little spurts of gameplay in video, but mostly it's going to be like this. But I guess we'll just get into it. So, I also took into account all 721 Pokemon. Oh, that's the other thing I have to say before I do anything else. The reason this is coming out in November 30th. Now, it is not November 30th. It is actually November 15th. Sunday, November 15th is today. But the video is not out until November 30th. Probably going to put it out at midnight, just so it's kind of nice. But the reason it's coming out on November 30th is because I've been swamped with a lot of stuff, and then these past, 5 weekends, I've had to go home from college to get stuff done. So it's put me behind in a couple classes, it's put me behind in a lot of my work with YouTube, and not being able to hold down a job because of stress is not helping. So what that means is YouTube is going to be kind of sparse. It's going to be kind of videos like this, but maybe one a week. I'm going to try for one a week. So from November 30th, I'm going to be taking suggestions. But that one a week isn't going to start till next spring semester. Now, over winter break, I'm going to try and get a computer, a desktop computer, and also get an Elgato capture card after I get a new generation console, probably PlayStation 4, because I want to play Bloodborne really bad, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Because those games are awesome. Kingdom Hearts is awesome. Bloodborne is amazing. If you haven't played it, and you have PS4, definitely should, because From Software makes good games. Besides Dark Souls 2, fuck that game, but whatever. Sorry, I have pent-up aggression against that game. I could do a whole nother video about it. So, that's my thing. Remember, that's an opinion. Okay. And also, what I'm showing you is my top 10 favorites. Like I said, today I went through all 721 and looked for my favorites. And I compiled a list of my 10 favorites because I never really thought about it. I mean, the only ones that are in order are 4th to 1. Those were I just knew those right away. Now, the list actually got moved down one because of Gen 6 coming out and a Pokemon from there that made it all the way up to spot number 2. You have to wait and see that. But I'm going to give you a few honorable mentions of Pokemon that I felt still were really, really cool, but just didn't make the cut. Number 1 is Zapdos. Zapdos is an awesome design, and its stats are like the other 3 legendary birds. They're not super amazing, but they're kind of cool. It kind of fits its personality. Another honorable mention that is a lot of people don't like it is Pikachu. I actually really like Pikachu. I actually love Pikachu, not for the reason of its Ash's companion is overpowered. I actually think Pikachu's really, really cool and has an awesome, awesome design. Alright, one more honorable mention because I didn't have a lot. But the other honorable mention is it was my number 10 and it got cut down only because Gen 6 came out, and that was my Gen 1 starter of Venusaur. I always loved Fire type, but I decided to pick up Venusaur Bulbasaur, because I was like, well, I want to try something else. And Venusaur is actually really, really fun to use, and bulky as shit. So, now we're going into the real video. Here we go. As I said earlier, I was scrolling through Bulbapedia just trying to find something, and I almost went crazy. But here's my list. Let's start with her. Number 10. Arcanine. Arcanine is awesome. Arcanine is crazy, insane, amazing, super fucking cool. I love everything about it. It has such a cool design. It's got awesome stats. It's a doggy. And if that's not enough, it's Pokemon Pokédex entries tell about it being a loyal companion, a great companion, some sort of companion. It also tells it about being majestic, being just crazy good. I mean, let me read one that I wrote down. It says, it's magnificent. I wrote really fast, so I can't read my own handwriting, because I'm also really nervous. Its magnificent bark conveys a sense of majesty. Anyone hearing it can't help but grovel before it. Excuse me? Am I groveling before my pet? Yes. Yes, I am. I love it. Arcanine's name is really cool, and just the way it looks, how it kind of has this power to it, it just looks awesome. Alright, moving on. Number 9. Number 9 is Jolteon. Listen to its name! Its name is so cool! It's got an awesome name, it's got a kick-ass design, it's got a crazy good speed at fucking 130. And it's got a nice special attack. I didn't really write it down because I forgot, but it's got a super awesome, blistering, 130 speed. It's crazy. It's fast. So you give it some just crazy things, and then on top of that, I'm a big super nerd who likes smart stuff and science and shit. Even though I'm going to college for video, I like science and stuff and space and microscience. Yeah. So, the reason I say this is because it has a kind of cool, nerdy, sciencey Pokédex entry that reads, it accumulates negative ions in the atmosphere to blast out 10,000 volt lightning bolts. Not every entry is going to have a Pokédex, and not every thing is going to have a Pokédex entry, but it's just I thought it was really, really cool for these first two, and there's not many left that have an actual Pokédex entry. Alright, let's move on. Number 8. Number 8 is Articuno. Or Articuno. Articuno. Articuno is radiant. Beautiful. Stunning. Cold-hearted? Get it? Like I said earlier, it doesn't have super amazing stats like all the legendary birds. They don't have the best stats in the world, truthfully, for legendaries. They're not amazing, but it still is really cool looking, though it is kind of saddening that it's 4 times weak to rock. Ew. Ew. So just don't put it up against anything that's rock type, or else it's just gonna get destroyed heavily. And so it just screams beauty. My favorite of the 3 legendary birds actually is Zapdos, because I've always loved electric type and fire type. But my favorite, in my top 10 favorites, I can't put Zapdos just because of its design isn't as awesome as Articuno's. Articuno's design is just beautifully awesome. I will gladly, any day of the week, ride an Articuno, even if my balls freeze off. Also, it says its wings are made of ice. Oh, that's pretty chilling. Sorry. Number 7. Number 7 is Delphox. So cool! God, Gen 6 had awesome starters. I loved all 3 of the starters we had for Gen 6, and a ton. Basically, all of them. Fairy type, I was happy about. All the new Pokemon, I loved them. I mean, Flabebe's so cute! Is that how you say it? Flabebe, I think? Klefki's funny. I think Klefki's cool. I don't think Klefki is a shitty design. As a lot of people want to say it's a shitty design, or a stupid design. Even if you're not a Gen 1er, you're saying it's a stupid design for being inanimate, Magnemite, Magneton, Electrode, Voltorb. Let me just throw those out there. Those are just a few of them. You know, Vanillish, Garbodor, Trubbish. What's the other one? What are the other two besides? I forget that whole line, the ice cream line. The ice cream evolution line. I never actually had a problem with them. I've never actually had a problem with any Pokemon's design other than Lickitung and Licky. Because I feel like that's just not a basis. A tongue isn't a basis for an entire Pokemon. It just seems stupid to me. I mean, again, my own opinion. I'll keep my opinion to myself, like you're supposed to on the internet. You know, that's what it is. Like I said, it has an awesome design. Just look at it. It's probably on the screen somewhere. If I'm gonna put it right there, because it's awesome. On top of that, it also, you know, it's got a really nice. Yeah, that's what I said. Sorry. I'm really nervous. I'm so sorry. I'm also really happy because Pokemon's my favorite game series. If you couldn't tell, I'm very happy right now. Its special stats are amazing and its speed is really cool. The only downside is it's weak to a lot. It's not a long list, but a pretty good list of weaknesses. You know, it's weak to stones, paranormal activity, and very mean people. I don't remember all the weaknesses. I'll put them up onto the screen afterwards, but it's two times weak to all those because it's fire, psychic, and psychic is going to be, you know, allergic to ghost and rock. What? Psychic is going to be weak to ghost and dark. It's going to be weak to water and then rock and dark. I think I said already. Isn't it? I think ground too. Rock and ground, water, ghost, dark type. Yes, those are all its weaknesses. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself in the video. I just love Delphox. I think Delphox is really, really cool. And actually freaking awesome and makes me happy because I have fun with Delphox. Delphox is fun to use. Especially Mystical Fire. That shit's crazy awesome. Nickname. That's it. I didn't nickname a lot. This is the first nickname of the list, and I think there's only one more, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. There's only one more nickname on this list, my bad, and that's my very favorite, number one. My nickname for Delphox is Transcendence, because it transcends all of fire type, whatever a fire type is supposed to be, the firefighting thing, transcends that, because fire psychic dog. It's Fox, so that's cool. Number 6. Number 6 is Absol. Absol is so fucking cool. Look at it. I'm gonna put it up all on the whole screen. Look at this fucking badass. Look at this thing. It's crazy. It's awesome. Absol is one of my very favorites from, I forget his generation. Gen 3. I'm pretty sure. Right? Let me check. Yes. He was introduced in Gen 3, and I just always thought it was really cool. The one thing that I really don't, the reason that it's down at number 6 and not any higher, even though I love its design so much, it's got kind of lackluster speed. I mean, it's got a fucking crazy ass, what is it, 120? Is it attack? I forget. It's just got a disgustingly high attack. But it doesn't have speed. Speed doesn't count inside of that. And I mean, with the Mega Evolution, they fixed it a little bit, but I really would have liked more to see Absol get a full evolution rather than just a Mega Evolution, because Absol's kind of lackluster, and you can only Mega Evolve one Pokemon in a battle. And if you need, you know, Absol to take care of this Psychic type, but it doesn't have enough speed for it, and that Psychic type knows one of its weaknesses, because it just can in some aspects they can, then you just lost your kind of Psychic sweeper, because you can't Mega Evolve something else that needs Mega Evolution more than Absol. So for that reason, Absol doesn't sit on my team a lot either, because Absol kind of gets overshadowed when everything evolves into its full form. though early game and mid game, Absol does a lot to my team and helps me out a lot. Either that or give it like scrap the Mega Evolution, or keep the Mega Evolution and just give it a Trade Evolution. And then give the Trade Evolution a Mega Evolution. Fuck it, you can do that. Come on, Game Freak. Come on. Also, it says to bring disaster. That's why I want one. First page is done. It's number 6. Number 5. Number 5 is Salamence. Salamence is so cool. Holy shit, it's awesome. Holy shit, its Mega is the Millennium Falcon. Truthfully, I don't actually like its Mega Evolution too much. I think it looks like the Millennium Falcon, and I kind of think it looks a little stupid. That being said, its Mega does have some pretty nice stats, and can, whatever its ability is kind of cool. But I just can't bring myself to like it enough, mainly because of the big thing of loving Fairy type with all my heart and soul. And, you know, it gets a insane 135 in attack, and it has an awesome 100 in speed, but it is number 5 for the reason that I love Fairy type. That's what I wrote down. And also, it's got it has a really cool Pokedex entry that says, you know, by evolving into Salamence, it finally realizes its dream of growing wings, and it's so happy that it commits arson. So, yeah. Arson. Number 4. Ninetales. Can I get real with you for a second? Ninetales is majestic as fuck. Alright, so these next 4, including Ninetales, are ones that, if they're in the game, they're on my team. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Ninetales is shit in stats, but I don't care. At all. You know, it's a majestic fox, but so is Vulpix. But Ninetales looks so very pure. It's just a pure Pokemon. It'll burn away sin. I mean, kind of. Actually, will give you a curse if you touch one of its tails. So, be careful. Yeah. I always thought Vulpix was really adorable, and then when I finally caught a Vulpix, you know, I was like, holy shit, that thing is adorable. And then when it evolved, I was like, oh shit. Don't take that out of context. Ew. I was just blown away by how cool Ninetales truly was, and I thought it was so awesome that this awesome thing that is just crazy insane is just amazing. And so this is I have another Pokedex entry. Pokedex entry says it has 9 tails, duh, and fur that gleams gold. It is said to live for 1,000 years. Another one said kind of a similar thing, only it says it's vengeful, I guess. So it was like spiteful or vengeful, and that touching its tails can cause a 1,000 year curse. Number 3, Blaziken. Blaziken's fucking badass. Super hella badass. Super hella badass. Truthfully, Blaziken was a fucking badass and was my second favorite all the way up till Gen 6 came out. He was number 2. Like I said, the top 4 were actually already realized, and yes, number 5, Salamence, was in my top 4. Because when I got Gen 3 in Emerald and I got a Bagon, because I didn't use one in Ruby. I didn't play Sapphire much, but I didn't use a Bagon in Ruby, a Salamence in Ruby. But then I found it, and a friend of mine was like, hey, there's this really cool thing after you get Waterfall that you can go and catch this thing called Salamence. And that's how it worked in that one too, isn't it? I forget, I haven't played Emerald in forever. But basically he's like, you can go get Salamence. And I'm like, what is that? And he showed me his Salamence, and I'm like, I need that. Like now. And so I went up and I ran around there, and I took so many potions, so many potions and a ton of escape ropes, and I used none of my escape ropes, a ton of my potions, and a few of my revives, and a lot of Ultra Balls, but I finally caught I finally caught 2 Bagons. I was into breeding at this point. I caught 2 Bagons, bred my own, didn't nickname it, but I don't know why I didn't mention that during the Salamence one. I just thought about it when I was thinking about the list, but that's not the point. We're on Blaziken. Blaziken's super awesome badass and looks so cool. Like, I wouldn't want to kick from this guy into the face. Because, you know, I mean, he is badass. And his Mega Evolution is even more badass. Look at it. It's got fucking... These things. By way of stats, it has a destructive 120 in attack, an awesome 110 in special attack. It just needs a speed boost. Get it? Avid Pokemon fans will get it. Ha! Besides a fucking awesome as hell design, a sweet as hell design, a badass design, an awesome design, a great design, solid design even. It also is super fun to use, especially as its Mega. It is just a badass Mega, and I love it. Number 2, the one that knocked everything from the slot number 2 down 1 from Gen 6. Now, there are probably a lot of guesses for this in Gen 6. Like, what was it? Was it like a different starter? Was it one of the legendaries? Was it that? Was it that? Was it that? Blah, blah, blah. None of those. None of those. This is coming straight out of left field. From what's been on this list before, this is basically coming straight out of left field. I've had a lot of like big badass fucking fire types and little electric types and, you know, things that'll just wreck house. You know, Blaziken. The one that knocked everything down a tier. Number 2, Sylveon. I love Sylveon. I love Sylveon's design. I love how cute it is. I love how adorable it is. I love everything about it. Everything. There is not one thing I do not like about this. Its weaknesses. It has very few. How many does it have? It has 2 weaknesses. Poison and Steel. It's only weak to Poison and Steel. Fairy type I'm still getting used to. But it's only weak to Poison and Steel, and it's just so fun to use. It's so fun to be around, and I love Sylveon, though it's so hard to evolve it. I only did it once. But don't worry, I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to evolve it, and I'm going to find an Eevee. I think I have like 9 Eevees. I think I just went out and caught a lot, because I wanted to breed one, obviously. It is going to be nicknamed... Sylveon. I am not changing its name. Its name is so awesome. I'm never changing its name. I love Sylveon even before we knew... when we knew it was Nymphia, or whatever it was, I loved it. From the second I saw it in that Koro, like, screen cap, or scan, not screen cap, scan, I loved it. I love Sylveon. Last Pokedex entry, but I just think this is cute as fucking hell, and yes, I said that, and it is pink, and I don't care. I'm a man who likes pink and Pokemon. And a dragon. Pokedex reads, it wraps its ribbon-like feelers around the arm of its beloved trainer and walks with him or her. How goddamn cute is that? Its design to me it feels majestic. Majesty was, you know, Arcanine and Ninetales, but Sylveon encapsulates Majesty. If you can't tell, design is a big part of Pokemon for me. I've always loved designing, even before I knew I wanted to be a designer for costumes. Not the art designer, kind of like the mock-up sketch designer kind of guy. But even before I knew I wanted to do something like that, like I want to work on sets where they have cool costumes, and I want to be able to bring them out. So design is big to me. Design is actually huge to me. Design is just a gigantic factor to me, and I love design. I love things that have badass, sweet-ass design that are just awesome to me. Like, they're just so... Dude, fuck it, I'm gonna go, like, 90s rad. Number 1. What was better than Sylveon? In, you know, how you just saw me nerd out about Sylveon for a little while. What's better than Sylveon? What could be possibly better than Sylveon? Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but I've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue, but I actually didn't start with Red and Blue. I have played all of them, but I didn't start with Red and Blue. I actually started with Silver, and then later on Crystal, until I lost my copy of Crystal that I found on a bus. I am not kidding. I found Pokemon Crystal on a bus. Some guy named Matt lost it, and I looked for a guy named Matt in our high school. Jesus, I wasn't that old. Not that old. In our school, I think it was middle school at the time. Yeah, in our middle school, and no one named Matt claimed it because no one in my school played Pokemon. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it. Mine now. I don't know where it went, and I know I didn't sell it. I can't find it, and I'm really sad about it because it had my team on there, my star team, my stellar team, my team that I've loved forever and ever and ever and ever, and I can't find it. It saddens me a little bit. But number one is the starter I got in Gen 2, Typhlosion. I got Cyndaquil, but I got Typhlosion. I just got really lucky with that, too, because Typhlosion was also a girl. So I named her Cindy. Yeah, I got kind of lucky with the gender. The starters, if you don't know, if you're new into Pokemon, starters usually are almost always male. It's just how it is. But I got really lucky and got a female starter. Now, I don't know if that's, I do remember getting a female starter. If that can't be done, then I might have just read it wrong that whole time, because that was many years ago when I had it. That was in Silver, and my first copy of Silver that actually, what happened to it? I forget what happened to my copy of Silver. It was like, yeah, because I lost that cartridge. But I lost that cartridge, at a family house, a different house, for a family for somebody that wasn't my family. I lost that there, yeah. And then they left the house, and then I finally remembered, 2 years later, I left it there, but they didn't own the house anymore, and so I'm like, maybe some kid has it, or they sold it, or they just haven't found it yet. So, I don't really know, but I can tell you that I've loved Pokemon from the very beginning. I've loved Typhlosion from the very beginning, and I'm going to tell you why I like it. Besides everything else. 1, loved it. There you go, that's it. I'm done. But to be fair, it really isn't that strong. I mean, it's got some stuff going for it. I mean, it's got a nice attack. It's got good stats, but not amazing stats. It's not an amazing starter by any means. But it holds a special place in my heart. Special place in my heart. Like I said, I had that Silver Typhlosion for the longest time. Currently, right now, I'm playing Pokemon Y, and I traded over my Cyndaquil from Omega Ruby because I knew you get him at the end of it. I had Omega Ruby, and I wanted to get Pokemon Silver. What? I don't even know what I just said. I wanted to get my Cyndaquil over to me as fast as possible, and so I did that by trading it over to Pokemon from Omega Ruby to Pokemon Y, and I raised it from level 5 up there. I didn't touch. I got it, and then I immediately texted my friend, I need you to trade with me really quick, really fast. He's like, why? I'm like, I need my Cyndaquil. I need it. And so I went out, I put Cyndaquil on the PC, and I went and I caught just a Wurmple or something in the route right by Oakdale Town. And caught a Wurmple. I'm like, I'll trade you Cyndaquil, you trade me something, I'll trade Wurmple to you. No. I didn't. Because I traded to Y. Fuck, I forget what I traded him. Scatterbug. That's what I traded him. Traded him a Scatterbug. I knew it was a little bug thing, but it was a Scatterbug. No matter what, it'll always be an amazing, or I think I wrote stellar. Yeah. It'll all be a stellar addition to my team. As always, Typhlosion's number 1. Nothing could beat number 1 unless they bring out a Mega Typhlosion and then Mega Typhlosion will be number 0. That's my top 10. Alright, special announcements. Many of them. This is a long video. I am sorry. But one of the biggest things that I have to say about is the gameplay will not be coming back this year at all. 2015, no gameplay. I can guarantee you that even if I get that desktop, gameplay will not be coming back for 2015. It just won't. It's just not gonna happen. It's not how it's gonna be. I can't do it right now. Because over winter break, I'll be working a ton, and it'll be a lot easier to make these videos than the gameplay videos daily that take me a lot of time to edit and a lot of time to shoot. Instead, these take me time to edit and shoot, but it's a bit easier on me. All I have to do is find a couple images, and go through and just take care of what I need to take care of, video-wise. And it's a lot easier to get all my parts together, know the video, write the video beforehand, know what's going to go on in the video, and be able to write it, edit it, cut it together, shoot, put it out, and be done. So, other special announcements. Give me suggestions. Please send in as many suggestions as you can for Pokemon or Zelda or something else that you want to see me talk about. If you want to see me rant about something, ask me to rant about something. I can rant about Dark Souls too. Calm. I can rant about other games I don't like. Like, very few. I can rant about people ranting about rants. I can rant about a lot of things. Keep it to games or movies or anime or TV or other TV shows or anything else. If you want other top 10s that I can give you, I'm fully happy to give you a top 10. If you want to know one of my favorite mangas or my favorite anime or my favorite actual anime or why my eyes always don't feel right because they itch like a bitch. Or if you want to know my favorite foods, I don't fucking care. I love doing these things. This is really fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. And this is a nice long video I can put up so it'll, keep me busy for a week. The plan is to put them out on Sundays besides November 30th, because I'm pretty sure the 30th is not a Sunday. 30th is a Monday, so I got close. Might come out the 29th. This might be the 29th then. I know I said 30th. It might be the 29th because I'm going to shoot for every Sunday. Doesn't mean I'll get every Sunday. Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. One of those 3 days. I'll try to block it in there. I might upload it on midnight on Saturday. So it'll be Sunday morning, midnight, whatever. That's what I'll do. So unless you have, that's how the schedule's going to go. Probably do all my editing Friday, process it and render it on Saturday, get it out Saturday night. If I put it up, before it's supposed to come out, it'll be private until the time, It'll be a private video until it comes out. And tell me if you want to see how many times I screwed up in this video, more than I just did. If you want to see how many times I fucked up with trying to talk in this video, because it's probably going to be pretty jump cut. Alright. So, thank you very much for being very patient. This has been a hard couple weeks. Again, go to college. Make sure you know it is not easy. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.